So, if you were considering an enduro slash downhill bike, this one just might be the one for you. Let's get on topic. Hey everybody, it's Thomas with Get Out Arizona, and you are watching another fabulous episode of Bicycle Showcase on Toolbox Topic. And I'm here with my co-host, Brandon Van Leuven. Brandon, how the hell are you?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the third episode we've done today, so I mean, not much has changed as far as that goes. So, all right, guys. Well, you're watching another episode of Bicycle Showcase here on Toolbox Topic, and today we are going to be talking about the Slash, and specifically, this is the Slash 7. And unlike its famous counterpart, it doesn't do heroin or play in a rock and roll band. This is designed to do enduro and downhill trail or mountain bike riding. If you guys want to try to flame me on the fact that, you know, I'm referring to trail riding as mountain bike riding, go right ahead. But for those who are looking for a little bit more aggressive geometry, a little bit more travel for enduro downhill, this could be the bike for you. We're going to talk about some of the differences from the not the Roscoe.
The Remedy?
The Remedy.
Yeah.
Talk about some of the differences on the Remedy versus this one, so you kind of have a comparison as far as that goes. And since I really don't know a whole lot about this bike, other than it's big and chunky, like me, I'm going to let Brandon talk a little bit more about it, and I'll ask appropriate questions. I might ask some inappropriate questions
for once.
sometimes. Well, they might be inappropriate.
All right, all right.
When has it ever been appropriate between you and I, Brandon? Come on. When are you just going to admit it? I know, I torture this poor soul, but it's kind of fun. So, all right, let's get going. All right, so Brandon, who is this bike for, and where does it fall in line as far as the toolbox that Trek has created for mountain bike riders?
Welcome to Slash 7. This is a big boy.
Yeah, it is.
170 millimeters of travel in the front, 160 millimeters of travel in the back. She's a beast. 29-inch wheels. We talked about the Remedy last time. We got 27.5.
Right.
So this guy is more for that guy who likes to race enduro.
Okay.
Which is you have to ride to your next segment.
Right.
So they still want a bike that's pretty pedalable, pretty efficient. After riding Top Fuels and Fuels my whole life, I can't get into the Slash.
Okay.
It feels like a pig. It's so long and it's so much travel and it's so heavy. She's weighing over 30 pounds.
Okay.
Depending on what size you
That's
want.
still light compared to Betty.
God, it is. This thing is a beast. This is not the bike for me, but for somebody else, maybe
it might be
perfect. Once again, you're enduro riders. Fantastic bike to take to Snow Summit, take to the ski lifts. It'll work fantastic for that application.
Well, and let's stop for a moment here and talk about the difference between enduro and downhill. Now, some people are confused because there's so many different categories within that mountain biking umbrella. And you get some guys that are very disparaging towards other riders going, oh, you're not mountain biking, you're trail riding, or this or that and everything. Dude, it's mountain biking, okay? If you're out in the desert, out in the woods or something like that, I don't care if you're on a flat, if you're going uphill, downhill, whatever, it's mountain biking. Stop being that dick. But there are different categories, I know, for racing, downhill, enduro, stuff like that. So what's the difference between straight downhill and something like an enduro category?
So I would say our straight downhill bike is the next bike that we rarely have here. It's called the Session.
Okay.
That thing's insane. I think it's 8 inches of travel or something like that. I don't know what it is for this year.
It's tailor-made
but
for
it is just pointed down a hill and go.
Okay.
It's not very pedalable. This bike they want you to be able to ride efficiently as efficiently as possible given the travel and geometry to your next segment of that enduro event.
Okay.
Or still, it's a fantastic bike if you want a more all-round bike and you're more geared towards downhill. It's still a fantastic option.
Okay.
It's not like a Session. You can't take that Session very far without getting without feeling winded.
Yep. Right. Yep. So, and unlike say the Fuel, which is going to have 29-inch tires, it's going to have a modest amount of travel. That's an all-around cross-country, enduro, downhill bike, and is definitely more efficient in the pedaling.
And raceable. I think it's a raceable bike. It's not the fastest thing, but you can definitely
absolutely
use that in an event.
Wyatt rocks the Fuel all day long and twice on Sundays, so and that should be a testament to the bike itself. But this one is going to be that next level as far as you're not shuttling and doing a lift to your downhill, you're actually riding to the downhill. This would be that next step.
Personally, if I had this bike, I'd want a shuttle, but there's plenty of guys that are better people than I am that will definitely pedal this thing up a hill.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So now we've got, we're doing RockShox up front on this?
We have a Lyric up front on this guy. Is it Lyric? Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I can't read it. Yara's
okay.
up front. 170 mils, of course, all air-tuned, front and back.
Okay.
So you can really customize how this bike rides on any condition that you're going to.
Does it feature a lockout by any chance on either the front or
You're
rear
gonna
suspension?
you're definitely be able to firm up, but you're not gonna get a full
lockout,
full-on lock on these guys. It will be pretty darn close though.
Okay. Now with this being the /7, and we were talking about the Remedy last week as far as showcase, that was the Remedy 8, had the GX group. The /7, I would assume /7/8 would be the step above.
It is.
So this one's going to come with the SRAM NX.
We have Eagle on there still.
Okay.
It's still a 1052 on this guy.
Okay.
So great gear range on that one. Still a fantastic price point. I think it lacks just a little bit in the. You can, as you go to the 8, you're going to get a little bit better suspension technology on that one. But still, the frame geometry is the same, and the ride quality will be fantastic for those downhill guys. And since everybody who's interested in Slash has to ask, head tube angle on this is about 64 degrees. Depending on what size you get, they do vary it for the size.
Okay.
Everybody wants to know what the head tube angle is on these guys.
Does.
I will just say it's a long bike. It's a very raked out bike. It's very stable. Really it's meant to point that thing downhill and just rock it downhill. So it has that stability to do so. Knock block once again.
Right.
You're probably going to eat shit riding this bike, so they give you a knock block to help.
I ain't shit riding my other bikes, dude.
When I said you, I meant generally.
No, I know, but I'm saying it don't matter what bike I'm on, but I'm also pushing it as to my limit and beyond, so to try to get better.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's par for the course.
Yep.
Now, price point on something like this, I'm going to go out on a limb and say right around $3,500.
We are just at 4 with this one as well, $3,699.
Okay, so close.
So, yep.
Now, does Trek consider the /7 an entry level for this style bike, or is this considered a medium tier?
For the Slash, this is where we start for Slash.
Okay, this is where we start. So this is an entry level for the Slash. Okay,
absolutely.
We got through axles, which are going to be standard at this point.
203 millimeter rotors in the front.
Right.
It's geared to go downhill fast.
Okay, and I know some people out there look at bikes as like, wow, is it ride ready? Do I have to do anything to upgrade? Yes, it's ride ready. Don't be one of those weenies. You can buy this and then literally throw it on your rack on your truck or car, take it out to the trail and go out and ride it.
Yep, it'll kill it.
Again, some of the things that I look as far as like upgrading right away would either be grips, maybe the saddle, get a saddle that's more tailored to you, your body shape, and then of course you're going to pick your pedals whether you're going flats or clipless. Yep. So as far as that goes, I still think, like I always say, anything with an 8 on it in Trek is your best value. It's going to be more expensive. We're going to be more at the 8, with the 8, you're going to be more closer to that $4,000 mark. But what you get for what I consider a modest price increase between the two is so much more, especially in the suspension.
The suspension, absolutely.
And I think that's a critical component on the bike, especially a mountain bike, obviously. So that's money well spent as far as that goes. But you still can't go wrong with something like this. I mean, if this is what's in your budget, if you're just starting out and you still need helmet, gloves,
if you're just starting out and you get this bike, dude. If you're just starting out, you'll be.
Well, some people dive in the water right off the bat.
No, I'm saying if you can afford this bike, if you're starting out and you have this bike, you're gonna be thrilled to death.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You're gonna absolutely love it.
Yeah, and I mean, when I say just starting out, there's other things. I mean, if you have nothing and you're just starting out, you got helmets.
Yes.
You might want to get some shorts that might have a chamois in it or something like that, and maybe a water bottle or a camel pack or something like that. There's ancillary expenses.
Yes.
That you would get outside of this. So keep that in mind as far as your budgetary constraints. It's still a nice looking bike, dude. It's got kind of like that two-tone fade color and everything.
Yeah, they're doing a good job on those fades this year.
They did.
And also for this year, in the aluminum versions, we're getting our storage space
got the
in here.
secret stash. Slash with a secret stash.
Oh, nicely done.
Is that some brownstone in there? I'm joking, guys.
The Chronic, I think. I don't know.
Chronic.
That's all I could think of. That's all I know. But this was typically reserved, or the only was reserved for carbon fiber bikes until this year, and now the aluminum ones get this feature as well.
Nice. And you could shove, you know, some CO2 in there, and some plugs. Maybe a snack or two, depending on what you're snacking on.
They definitely want you to put a CO2. You are tubeless, and there'll be a huge tube, so I don't know if you could fit the tube in there. But
you shouldn't be having a tube. Let's stop talking about tubes. It's tubeless. Tubeless. Plugs and CO2.
Hopefully.
Right? Still have those people.
Yep. Also moved to a thicker dropper post this year.
Oh, and that was going to be my next question.
Because why? And I talked.
So this is like 35 mil on this part right here?
34 or something. Yeah.
We'll call it 35.
Yeah.
Bike nerds, chime in down below.
Yep, something like that. But yeah, they made a more robust post on this one, so it should be a little bit more durable and maybe
accommodating for your bigger guys.
Yep. So
or gals for that matter. I mean, this isn't exclusively a men's bike, and I don't want to single out or exclude any women from thinking they couldn't ride this bike, because if downhill's your game, this is obviously an option for you.
Yeah,
if you're looking for something with longer travel, and maybe not as efficient, but the travel and the suspension is more important to you than the efficiency, then this would be one to definitely look at.
Right.
So.
Right. So I mean, I guess bottom line is, you guys, you want to race enduro. If you're good at downhilling, that's the bike right
That's
here.
the bike right there. All right, guys. Well, that's it as far as this episode of Bicycle Showcase, talking about the Slash 7. Now, do you have one of these people can demo at Copper State Bike?
We have Slashes up there. I don't remember which version it is, but we do have, I think, 2 Slashes up there. I think we have a medium and a large.
Okay, so if you're interested, if you think that this might be the bike for you, we're going to have a link down below for Copper State Bike and Hike. You can go ahead and follow that link. Give those guys a call, and they can go ahead and get you set up for a couple-day demo, so you can take it out and
see if it's the right bike for you, for what you want to do.
Absolutely. So, all right, guys, on that note, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification icon for a few reasons. 1, it helps out the video. 2, it helps out the channel. And 3, you'll be up to date on all new videos that post when they post. You don't have to worry about YouTube trying to work it in there as far as the algorithm goes. We're also going to have some links down below. 1, to Trek Bicycle Store of West Phoenix in Goodyear, Arizona. If you have any questions about what you've seen today, anything that we've talked about, you can follow that link and give those guys a call. They'll be more than happy to help you out. 2, as we said, a link to Copper State Bike and Hike, so you can demo one of these beautiful machines or a variety of other mountain or road bikes to see which one is going to be the best fit for you. We're also going to have links to our social media. That's Instagram and Facebook. Follow those links and choose to follow us. You're going to keep up to date on all the shenanigans, daily events, behind the scenes, group hikes, group rides, all kinds of good stuff. When you choose to go down that rabbit hole of just sadness, misery, and heartbreak. Can't believe I'm following these jekyllheads. But yeah, and then make sure to leave comments down below, guys. We'd love to hear from you. Try your best to keep them constructive. Sarcastic wit is always appreciated, but don't be a dick just for the sake of being a dick. That ain't cool. Sometimes. No, joking, guys. It's never cool, even though sometimes I am, but still. That's a different story altogether. All right, what do we always say? Be kind to yourself and others. Be amazing stewards out on that trail. And we have to ask, what are you waiting for?
It's my money and I want it now.
Damn you, that's twice.
Get out, Arizona.
I'm going to get you, man. Next video, you wait, I'm getting you. We'll see you on the next adventure. Take care, guys.
Adios.
Brandon, thanks as always, man.